From Pacific Rim, Idris Elba, and music from...
You know, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is an Emmy-nominated actor starring in a new film entitled Pacific Rim. It opens July 12th. And here's what I know about Pacific Rim. It's monsters, creatures from the sea, come up to kill everyone, and we have to battle them with robots.
Man, that's my kind of movie.
Yeah. It's from the old Thornton Wilder play.
Sure, yes, one of my favorites.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Idris Elba. Idris, come on out here.
Hi, man. How are you? Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to the show.
Excellent.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you.
Everybody said, oh, you know, this guy was on The Wire. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is that what people talk about when they see it?
Yeah, I crossed the canyon about, like 2 years ago.
You walked across the canyon?
I was thinking about that joke forever.
Yeah,
Now I see
it's
it
crazy,
outside.
isn't it?
It is crazy, yeah. I don't know what he's thinking, but, you know.
Oh, you're talking about The Wire to walk across the Grand Canyon. Oh, I
Thanks. Thank you for that.
see. Where are you from?
London, East London.
And did you, big family?
No, mum and dad, I'm a child. And I decided I wanted to be an actor when I was about 10, 12.
10 or 12. What happens when you're 10 or 12 that makes you think, oh, I can be an actor?
You know what it was? There was a cinema where I lived, and they played old reruns of this TV version of Spider-Man, where Spider-Man would climb on the floor, and then they'd change the camera and made it look like he was... And I remember sitting at the cinema going, I know how to do that. And at that point, I said, that's it. I want to be an actor. And
And when did you move to the United States?
late 90s, about 99. I kind of was here. I was working in England. I did, did some TV.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in a bigger marketplace, come to America, and I came here, and I didn't work for about 4 years.
Now, I've noticed that more and more actors, seems to be male actors, are in films where they use an American accent.
Yeah.
Now, is that something every actor has to know how to do?
If you come from England or Australia and you want to come to America to work, it's a good idea that you learn American accent.
Right.
Don't do what I did, is just show up with a really terrible American accent and not work for 4 years.
Did you ever play an American and have a bad American accent?
Would I or have I?
Have you done that?
That's a good question. No, I'm that good. But, no, I'm joking, honestly. No. I still get very nervous doing American parts because, I have a very strong English accent.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's very, accents around the States are very specific,
Sure.
depending where you're from.
Well, I think that, first of all, I'm tired of British actors taking away jobs from Americans. You can understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say pick an accent and that's it. All movies, one accent, that's it. Now, was it a TV show called Space Precinct or a film?
Yeah, it was one of my first TV...
TV show.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about Space Precinct.
Jerry Anderson, who created the Muppets, I believe, right? Jerry Anderson, is anyone here? Yeah, and he was...
No, there's no one here.
No one knows.
They've gone. Believe me, there's no one here anymore. You'll get used to it.
He created this futuristic TV show called Space Precinct.
And you were on the show.
I was in the show.
What
It
did
was my
you do?
first. I was a pizza delivery guy.
Pizza delivery guy.
Yeah. I had like a space motorbike that flew.
Not a bad gig.
It was a first job. It was a good gig. You've got a clip, no?
Yeah, we have the clip of this. And how old a kid were you in this?
How old?
How old were you in the film?
Probably about 20, 21.
Let's take a look. Here we go.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah. Idris Elba, Space Precinct.
Hot delivery anywhere on Altar, guaranteed.
Get out of here.
Wow.
That's where it all began.
Well, it's reassuring to know that even in the future, even in space, there will be pizza. Now, was that your voice there we heard?
No, see, that's a good question, because that isn't my voice. You know, that accent...
What accent, what we heard there?
Well, apparently, I did an American accent for it, so it must have been really terrible. But the guy that they used to do that voice, because I heard it later, and I said, that's not me. They said, yeah, no, we use a guy that does, you know, dubs your voices in other TV shows. I was like, the German guy? the German black guy, that's his voice. And that, seriously, so even in Germany, there's a guy with a better American accent than me dubbing my voice.
But see, sitting here chatting with you, your accent, it's not an accent, it's just how you speak, is delightful.
Oh, thank you.
And so why can't we say, okay, guess what, the pizza guy is your voice?
Yeah, no.
What's the matter with that?
Well, I don't know, maybe I just...
do something.
Well, I should. I should, yeah.
I hate to see you be pushed around like this. Now, am I right about this movie, that it's sea creatures that become robots, and we have a battle of the robots?
Well, they don't become robots. They live in the Pacific Rim, and they come out of the water, and they, you know, sort of terrorize the world. And our mechanism for fighting them is these robots, these robots that are controlled by human beings. Mm-hmm. And when you get to the film, when the film opens, you know, this war has been going on for a long time. I play the head of the army that's sort of, you know, sort of pulling the troops together to fight these
So what accent do you use in this?
Oh, right. Well, English.
English.
Yeah.
English as you have it
as
here?
As myself, yeah.
That's
but
perfect.
not as Cockney. Like, I have a Cockney accent. The character I played speaks a little bit more, you know, like, Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And how much of this film is true?
There's, well, the technology behind you'll see the technology is pretty close to the mark.
You know, Idris, what we're going to see here?
I think this is one of the clips where my character is rallying up the troops, giving this one last speech as to why we have to fight so hard. I think that's the clip.
Oh, I know exactly which of the apocalypse is postponed.
Yeah, cancel the apocalypse.
Cancel the apocalypse. Let's take a look. All I can say is, wow.
What?
Wow.
Have you seen such CGI? I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and where do you see it in 3D? Let's take a look at the actual clip.
Now, you have no idea who the hell I am or where I've come from, and I'm not about to tell you my whole life story. All I need to be to you and everybody on this dome is a fixed point. The last man standing. I do not need your sympathy or your admiration. All I need is your compliance and your fighting skills. And if I can't get that, then you can go back to the wall that I found you crawling on. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Good.
Whoa, very effective performance.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you.
job. The film, Pacific Rim, opens July 12th. Idris Elba, great pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you very much. Nice job. We'll get back. We'll be right back with Dale Watson and his Lone Stars, everybody.